this is going to be a quicker auction recap. This is the spring pop-up by Leland's. There wasn't a ton of items. There was 2 pages full, and you can see some of the stuff here sold for like about $100 or so. So let's go through some of these sales, just some of the stuff I find kind of interesting. Up first, this item actually got a bunch of controversy on social media. I'm just going to report on the sale, but this is a 1994 Simpson dated dance recital program from the day of his wife's murder. Some people think the auction house shouldn't have sold it. Some people think it's an artifact that should be sold. I'm not going to say my opinion in this video, but we can take a look what this looks like over here. Dance for Kids. You have the autograph right over here. 5 o'clock show in this one. Sold for $4,046. This says an auto grade of a 7. It says right over here, Dance for Kids presented the notorious day of the murders of Simpson's wife and her friend Goldman. Kicking County, which took place at Parvier, LA. Both in attendance to watch their daughter. Name is printed on the program 29. So obviously this case took over America for a while and led to a lot of iconic moments in people that are in the news still today. But that one sold for $4,500. Let's keep going through. This is actually pretty cool. A 1919 World Series Game 6 Black Sox ticket stub. PSA 3 pop 1 of 3, highest graded. This one sold for $4,284. Now, I don't know the ticket market, but this seems kind of cheap for the Black Sox. I know there's quite a few games in that World Series because it says Game 6 on this one, although this says Game 3. So not sure what's going on, why it says Game 6, but there's Game 3 there, and it says also that right there. 3 and 6, like Game 3 over there. So I'm curious what it says on here. Best of 9, 19 Game 6 was at infamous World Series. Yeah, I don't know. It says Game 3 on here, but the title says Game 6. It says something I'm obviously missing, but regardless, 4,284. And then it says over here, this was a best of 9 series. So I'm curious when the World Series went to games of 7 instead of 9, but I don't know the exact date. Up next, see all the time, 52, Bowman Mantle and a 3, 2682. I'm not going to cover it too much, although that's the highest selling card in this auction. I'm going to keep going through some other stuff that we see. And let's take a look at this. So we have a few cool items. I'm going to load these up over here. Just load up a few other things. Right. I don't know anything about those basketball cards. So we'll just load up a few of these on this side of things. I think this is pretty good. All right. So first lot over here, 1909 through 2000, cards and postcard collections, 83 cards for $1,200. Now, these decals first, these are pretty large cards. If you count them as cards, they do get slabbed. Curious if there's any bigger names on here. That's the other DiMaggio brother. This is 1936. These are decent. I mean, that's at least $100 right there. I actually have one in the backdrop of my videos. Let's see what else is in the second picture. Who's signed? Bob Boone. Is that the same first picture? Yeah, it's just the same first picture except the background. So 5-star Cal decals. Yeah. 2 Luke Easter exhibit cards. R312 Mac and Grove. That's the best card, I think, unless some of these decals outsell it, but I think that's the best one in this lot. A few cards including T206-2, T206s, double headers, diamond stars. I mean, T206s, I don't even see where these were at, unless they're just like hidden in the back. I don't see them. I must be blind. Am I blind? Might be blind. I don't see these T206s. But you can figure a T206 common is about $50 each. They're in bad shape. maybe a little cheaper, depends on the back. Figure that's $100. Double headers, play balls, diamond stars. I mean, I don't know on that price point. 1966 bazooka box. I bet you can comp this. I would think they slabbed the full bazooka box at PSA, but I think that's the play instead of cutting out that mantle. No wrinkles or creases, and that one sold for $12.50. Take a look at the back on here. It's pretty cool. Some of these bazookas go for a pretty crazy amount of money. But this, I wasn't familiar with this set too much. So this is a Weissmuller. His Olympic Day cards are a bonus over his acting. He has a lot of acting cards, but his first a gold medal Olympian. He's in my Olympic series. If you guys watch those videos, I know a lot of people don't yet, but then you have Jack Dempsey. Dempsey has a pretty good following boxing wise. Tooney doesn't sell as well as Dempsey. Dempsey's pretty big there, but I like this Weissmuller, although it I guess the Dempsey's just a larger cut card. It almost looks the same size as the Tooney. I'm curious who else is in here. And this is a set I don't have any cards from. So Will's, is that another Weissmuller? Yeah, it's two Weissmullers. That just looks like it has a lot of ink on there. I'm curious if Duke's in this set or not, because it should be around his time period. Duke K, the famous swimmer. Oh, there's other stuff in here. Ooh. Are we going to see a Pavo Nurmi in here? That is Pavo right there. That's cool. What set is those? See, Nurmi right there. And then what else is in this side of things? Some cyclists. I think this is a really awesome lot. And if you ended up winning this, I may be interested in some of the extra stuff. Even that Weissmuller that was damaged. Some of the Tildens. I don't really have any Sanja cards. I think that's how you pronounce it. But she's a very famous Olympian as well. I'm 36. I assume these are Cuba or Spain. Let's see if we can find those. Ah, look at that. Printed in El Salvador, 1928. Let's see what some of these sales are. There's a Babe Ruth in here, and that Ruth sold for sold for $4,200 in the Heritage Auctions. That's what the Ruth looks like. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see if we can find the non-sports ones. If they have it in there. I don't really see much. Oh, well, I know what the Ruth goes for. And let's see the other ones in here. So this one says 1930. Oh, it looks like there was another Heritage Auction one a while ago. I wonder if that's the same set. Or this. That didn't sell for much back then at 66 bucks. Oh, a lot of cool cards there. 67, 69 mantle. It says one white letter. Ooh, that is your white letter right there. A 2, maybe. I want to say a 2 still probably a $400 or $500 card. I haven't comped it in a while. And you have 100 at least on that 69. Well, let's say 150. You already look. Let's say that's 500, and I could grossly overestimate or underestimate it. You're looking at 650. Looks sharp, but it's off center. Maybe a 3, which I would assume is like 150. So that's like 800. Maybe like another 150. 100 150. Looking like 900-ish. 4-buyer premium. probably about what these should go for. Just spitballing without even really looking at comps. Yao Ming stuff, I couldn't tell you anything about Yao Ming. I know he's super popular, but that's to the extent. $1,000 for 4 graded cards. I just don't do modern basketball. More NBA modern stuff, which this could have been a deal because I don't think Leland's does a lot of modern basketball. I think it's more vintage baseball, but could be wrong there. $1,000. Vintage basketball collection, 23 cards. I think this was the one that Matt was trying to bid on and couldn't believe it went for this much. I think he was going to bid $300 or $400. And this sold for $909. Asked a few other people too if there's like something that he was missing. So if you guys see something, which by the way, if you did win stuff from these auctions, let us know. But Matt couldn't make the recording today. But this one, pretty high price at $939. Mel Ott in A4. This one sold for $854, and it has some staining too, right above over there. Load up a few more things. 74 through 81, Topps and Flair Baseball Near Set Collection. You get 7 full sets. That's interesting. I mean, that feels like a deal. I mean, does it have the rookie? 77, 79 Topps, missing 11 cards. But it doesn't tell you if that's the rookie or not. That's the Eckersley rookie. That's the Winfield. It's this Ozzie Smith rookie. Maybe it is missing the rookie. Maybe this is a pretty good deal. If you're a dealer trying to build sets for people. 55 All-American football sheets. I don't know how popular these are in the football. I know basketball is Russell. I think baseball is C. Jackie. But 3 sheets for $854. Gaudi collection at Gomez. This is a 3 or a 4, even with that little border. I've got a lot of Gaudis like that. I want to say it was my Lefty Gomez or Lefty Grove that I had one like that. I got a 4 before. This is a sneaky one. He's a very famous Cuban player. These actually sell pretty well. So I wonder if they mentioned it or not. But still, let's say these are 5 commons. He's almost priced like a Hall of Famer. Hall of Fame pricing. $850. It's probably a pretty good deal. I mean, these look pretty sharp too. Just from perspective, like these look at least minimum 4s. Yeah. I think this was a good buy. I don't know what this is doing right now. But that, I want to say this is a good buy. Price. I thought this was pretty cool. A progressive proof Clemente. I don't know if grading companies slab these anymore or not. I've seen some that were slabbed before. This might be a pretty good deal for a Clemente collector at $776. Wilt in a 8 from 1971 Topps, also $776. 57 through 84 collection with bench rookie, 550 plus cards. This seems like a steal. I mean, your Rose here's $100 alone. Your bench rookie's $100 alone. So you're looking at $200. Your Tony Perez rookie, what, $30-$40 alone? So you're out to get $250. 71 Rose, 71 bench, what, 20 each? Already? Let's say you're $300. I don't know what the Ted K goes for. And you're talking about all those commons, not including other stuff. I mean, a lot of this stuff sells pretty well. Factor in the commons from 57 or 58, 59, this other stuff too. I think this is a great lot. You gotta price it out. I mean, it's gonna be a lot of work to move it, throw in Compsy, but $776. Walter Mills game, Sisler in a 3. Not familiar with this, but that also sold for $776. A lot of these game cards that are around the corners grade pretty well, but definitely has some wear to it. 1913 Christy Mathewson. Again, another card that this one for sure you can find in high grades, 10s, 9s, 8s. So popular. It's cheap. I mean, set for a 7, $530, but you can always find them on there. There's 2 sets that look nearly identical, different backs. These look and sees. Non-sports set, but Ruth was in there. Only baseball player, but he is an icon. Obviously, way after his passing. But $438 for a 5. A lot of these 75 roses in nice shape have hit the hobby recently. It was like 410s that sold the last few months, and another 9 right here. The 9 sold for 438. See if there's anything else. I'm not going to cover that. 5.5. J Publishing, Cindy Koufax signed photo, $360. That's cheaper than go through a signing right now. Oh, let's look at that lot. Red Heart Minozo, we'll look at that too. Like there's some good buys in this one. Really good buys. $300. I wonder if those are issued by Bowman or they're just signed after. Again, I'm probably missing some stuff, but we're just going through this really fast. Some more cards here we're going to look at from that collection, looks like. Do that too. That's a kind of picture, although it's a type 3. All right, let's look through some of these lots. 10 Koufax cards, or not Koufax, Hall of Fame collection. So you have a 59 Koufax. Looks to be in pretty good shape. Same with the 62 and a 64. Hodges, Feller, Barrett. There's some money to be made in this lot. $360. I mean, even if these are 70 a piece, you're at 210. And to break even, you would have to say, well, there's what, 6, 7? You need $20 a card to break even. Yeah, this was a great buy. Some grading potential, not necessarily on these, but the Koufax stuff. Maybe it can't be. Barra's a 1.5 to a 2. But this stuff sells. I mean, I sold a Barra like this with the corner ripped off for over $20. So great buy at $360. Minozo 8s. I'm surprised how far these are down. There's actually a lot of these Red Hearts that were, I want to say issued after 54 from talking to a dealer. So these aren't the hardest to find in high grades, but still 1954 Minozo. That's an awesome card though. I do like these Red Hearts. $360. Banks and Jackie, both 2s, $360. I want to say this Jackie and a 2 is normally about $250, maybe $300. And a Banks and a 2, probably about $100. So probably about right. All right, were these issued by Bowman or not? No, they weren't. But who do you have in here? So you have Feller, Barra, Usual, and Spawn. I mean, if you could just get these slabbed by PSA. Is it really almost the whole set? 33 autographs. Mize, Feller, Barra, Rizzuto. Usual. Shindis. I mean, Feller signed a ton. Barra has a lot of autos out there. Mutual does too. I would assume Spawn's like intermediate, but for $300, I mean, you're paying $10 an auto, $8 an auto. Great buy. All right, so this is another collection of these. You got Weissmuller there. Either that's ink or that's a pinhole in there. Who is that boxer? Didn't recognize him. More running stuff. Who are the runners? I gotta read the horizontal, so I'm probably gonna miss some of these. Oh well. There's probably some sneaky cards in here. I mean, like I said, there's another Weissmuller. When you're at $5 a card, 5 times 50 is 250, and then 270, so you're less than that. But this Rembrandt's super expensive. All the way more rare cards of him out there. I think it'll change one day. And then you get Billy the Kid. Not too sure the third person is $180. I don't even know what the Rembrandt does anymore, but probably a little bit of an opportunity. I'm just gonna go to the last page really quick. See if there's anything else that just stands out card-wise. And while I do that, make sure if you guys are watching, subscribe to the channel. Uploading multiple videos every single week. These recaps. And going through and see. There's a lot of these Tip Top Reds that were posted for sale. These were unsold. Newt Rockney, original photo, I would assume. Alright, that was a lot that was withdrawn. Should have told you what it said. This is the last one. 782 Opeachis, 7888. High grades, 6 of them for $150, $25 a card. Those that were, you kind of comp them. I mean, a 71 and an 8, even though it's not a star, probably pretty well. And one just doesn't tell you what that lot is. So that is the Leland's pop-up auction recap. I wanted to do this kind of like in this style. Could have easily done it another top 50, but a lot more non-cards and memorabilia in here. So if you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you another one also. Game used bats. New York Yankees signed and inscribed game used bat. It's cheap. Cano and Curtis Granderson for $150 each. There's a lot of opportunities in here, I feel like. Not Hall of Famers, obviously, but still bigger names for all. All right, see ya.